Welcome back to another episode of High Levelism. I'll talk to you a little bit today about character. I speak about character sometimes as if it was a type of mood we experience, like it's a feeling that comes and goes. You say, I don't have enough character to resist this, or I need to find the character to do that. And talking like that makes character passive. It makes it a visitor, makes it optional. This is a fundamental error. More than likely, it's the error that keeps you starting over and over again, wondering why your resolutions feel more like suggestions rather than law. Character is not a feeling. Character is not a virtue you display when the audience is watching. It's the most reliable sense of cause and effect you'll ever engage with. It operates with the same predictability as gravity. You don't argue with gravity. You don't have days where you get to ignore it. You understand it's a law, and you build structures in accordance with it, or they suffer collapse. Character is no different. It's the gravity of the spirit. It's the set of laws that govern the structure of a man. Most people try to build character as vanity. They attach it to the outside of an existing structure. They perform an act of honesty when it's convenient and call it a day. They show discipline for a week and call it transformation. But when temptation arrives, or when pressure is applied, or when no one is looking, that vanity is the first thing wiped away. It was never load-bearing. It was just decoration. True fortified character is not vanity. It's the steel frame inside the building. It's what remains when standing, when every panel has been stripped away by the storm. This steel frame is built through a process governed by three irrefutable laws. The first law is the law of momentum. Nothing in the universe begins at full speed. Movement starts with a push against inertia. Your character is built the same way. Posted on Facebook, the dramatic overhaul, the public commitments, it's not really building. That's a performance that's going to collapse under its own weight. The real construction happens in decisions so small they seem meaningless. Choosing to get up at the first alarm, no snooze button. Choosing to speak the truth in a conversation where a lie would make things easier. Choosing to complete the task you promised yourself you would. Each of these are a push against the inertia of your former self. Each push done accomplishes nothing, but you're not just doing it once. You're applying it consistently in one direction. The first law is the law of momentum. Nothing in the universe begins at full speed. Movement starts with a push against inertia. Your character is built the same way. Posted on Facebook, the dramatic overhaul, the public commitments, it's not really building. That's performative. It's going to collapse under its own weight. The real construction happens in decisions so small they seem meaningless. Choosing to get up at the first alarm without the snooze button. Choosing to speak the truth in a conversation where a lie would make things easier. Choosing to complete the task you promised yourself you would. Each of these are a push against the inertia of your former self. Each push alone accomplishes nothing, but you're not just doing it once. You're applying it consistently in one direction. And momentum is not about the size of the force. It's about the consistency of its application. A river cuts through granite not by power, but by being persistent. Your repeated choices are the water. Your old patterns are the stone. The second law is the law of compounded integrity. In finance, compounded interest is not linear, it's exponential. The returns generate their own returns. Integrity functions with the same mathematical certainty. One act of integrity, keeping a small promise, honoring a commitment, seems to yield a return. But you're not depositing into a simple account. You deposit into your own self-trust. That deposit earns interest. The next decision you make becomes slightly easier because you have a reference point. You have evidence that you're a man who does what he says. The decision after that becomes easier still. The integrity begins to compound. It generates a momentum of its own. The same is true in reverse. A small compromise, a minor self-betrayal, It all compounds in the opposite direction. It takes away your self-trust. It makes the next compromise easier, the next betrayal more logical. You're not just breaking a rule, you're following the rule of spiritual compounding to its inevitable conclusion, either towards solidarity or towards collapse. The third law is the law of revealed structure. You don't know what your character is made of until it's pressed under stress. Comfort and convenience, they don't reveal nothing to it. It's like when you go to buy a car or a house. Everything seems cool when it's cool. Nice weather, sunshine, blue skies. Daytime, you good. When it's a storm, when it's raining, when the wind blowing, when it's snowing, you see what's really going on. That storm is not your enemy. It's the unveiling. It's a diagnostic tool that shows you with blue credit where your welds are, where your weak points, where your supports are inefficient. That momentum of anger, of temptation, or of unexpected loss, that's not your deviation from your path. It's the essential test of your construction. It doesn't break you. It reveals the breaking points you must know go back and reinforce. A man who avoids all stress does not protect his character. He merely postpones the discovery of his fatal flaws. Stop waiting to feel like a man of character and become the main character, or you will never feel it. A beam does not feel its own strength. It simply holds the weight placed on it. Your feelings are irrelevant to the law. Make the choice, apply the force, create the momentum, and deposit the integrity. And welcome the stress to reveal the truth. Build not for the day you feel strong. Build for the night when everything feels weak and your character is the only thing holding the roof over your spirit. That's fortified character. It's not an emotion. It's architecture. It obeys the laws, whether you believe in them or not. Your only choice is to build in accordance with them, or to suffer the inevitable collapse. The physics are indifferent. Your compliance is what will make you strong. It's your boy, man. I'm out.